Hello and welcome to today's 4-Minute Muppet Madness, your daily roundup of the latest Manchester United news. And I think we have some pretty good stories to cover today. First and foremost, the one comes to us from David Ornstein. This is a pretty big one. The story that probably the biggest news story of the day. He says Manchester United are seriously considering a move to sign Matthias de Ligt from Bayern Munich. No club talks yet or certainty move happens, but he's becoming a viable option, and they are aware of it. This has been backed up by James Ducker as well. Now, to be clear, this confirms that there's interest in him, no talks, but it also says it is independent and separate to the Gerard Branthwaite transfer. Obviously, this is one worth watching. Makes sense. I have not heard, and I've shared today in some of my videos as well, that the Branthwaite deal continues to be of interest. So that is one we'll have to keep an eye on. And that transfer is set to continue to be pursued as of now. With more to run on this, it's kind of sitting at the moment, but they've not walked away. And I do expect there'll be at least some developments where they have to make that higher offer and there's a deal to be made there or move on. But in theory, they could get both. Branthwaite, still the top target. De Ligt, someone they're looking at after a lot of the other targets have been ruled out. Independent, they could sign potentially both if there's enough sales. If Maguire and Lindelof were to depart, then that would make a lot more sense. The second story comes to us from Fabrizio Romano, who has a couple of stories today. And he tells us that Manchester United have been informed about the release clause of Joshua Zirkzee. They're discussing this internally now, whether to make that call after they've already gotten the salaries, the cost of the deal, agent fees, all of that. Says that with AC Milan, it's still all agreed on contract, but the commissions are the stumbling block. Certainly worth mentioning. It's a bit of a repeat of some stories. However, at the same time, what it tells us is United have, which I think we knew, but United have all the details. They know what the wages would be. They know what it all would be. And at this point, United are still interested. And it's very likely that they're going to go ahead and try and trigger that release clause or similar after July 1st. The clause is active through mid-August. The player may not decide right away, but United have so far not been discouraged in the talks with the agent. The third one is, I think, a really big story as well that we should continue to watch, and I can definitely back this one up too. Manchester United and PSG have been in touch again in recent hours for Manuel Ugarte. Ugarte has interest from other clubs. PSG open to selling him this summer. He's expected to leave, but he's open to joining United even without Champions League, still no formal bid. So at this stage, United and PSG are talking directly over the player, and I think that that is meaningful, as it is not just they're interested or they're looking, but they're actually speaking about it, and that is fairly significant. It's my understanding as well that there's been a lot of work being done on this from the people around Ugarte. There's a lot that's tied to this. United and Ineos have good relations with Gestifoot, Georgia Mendes agency, and PSG are trying to make some space to get João Neves in. United are potentially looking at this. So I think it's something that suits all parties, and that's why it could move pretty well. I did put out a little video on him the other day, so if you're interested in what type of player he is, it's worth watching. Coming in the final seconds, we have Gianluca Di Marzio confirming something that we've been talking about and shared recently, that Joshua Zirkzee is the top striker target for United, for Ten Hag, for the club. There's been recent contacts now between Ten Hag and the player. That is important because it is about convincing him to join is the major topic. And so this is a very encouraging sign. And that should wrap it up today. Those are the major news stories for today. Obviously, there's the Euros and this weekend, and the next round of the Copa America continues. It'll be July 1st after that, and I think things will start to move on as the PSR stuff kind of ends and everybody's into their new year, and a lot should kick off. So we should have some pretty significant updates there. But these are definitely three major stories worth watching, as well as, of course, Branthwaite. But right now, the most solid names that we have. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, turn notifications on. See you in the next one.